Hey guys, I am coming on to do a layout for the Not Just for Boys Kit Club, and I want to do a Halloween layout. So I'm going to start with my Halloween Essentials kit. And I have a complete unboxing for the goodies I've gotten this month already up, but I have Nuvo Crackle Mousse, which is so cool. I have got a Distress Oxide and Rusty Hinge that I somehow did not have, and I don't understand that. I've got Nuvo glitter drops in, there's a name for it, Gold Coast. These really great finishing touches, and this set of Simple Stories, Simple Vintage October 31st stickers. So that's where I'm starting. Now, I'm thinking about borrowing some things from other kits. So when I was looking at this stuff, I looked at the Outdoor Adventure Page Kit by Meredith Twilling and realized how nicely this road trip paper, it is from Road Trip National Parks Cartabella. Like the vanilla color looks awesome, and it picks up the orange grid. So I want to do that. So I would think I'm going to just borrow this from the other page kit. Not a big deal. Now, I was also thinking that this cut file, it's a cardstock cut, and it's in the a la carte section, would be super cool with this as well. So I've gotten this far, right? And then I was all excited because I wanted a black cardstock to mat this piece of paper with. So I'm going to go ahead really quickly and cut this piece of Cartabella goodness to 11.5 by 11.5. I'm going to do that so I can kind of get closer to what I'm vibing on, right? So we have that. I'm going to have the black cardstock that comes in my very handy dandy cut file. I'm like, all right, we can do that. I like that idea. See, I think I'm just going to be kind of appropriating things for my other kits. I'm going rogue. So if I have this, right, and then we have that nice cardstock, which is perfect for Halloween, and I have my pumpkin cut file. Now, my cut file is not popping the way I might want it to pop yet. I think that's where I'm going to come in with this Rusty Hinge and just pop it right on top of the packaging, so I'm not going to really have cleanup, right? Let me find a nifty little blending brush. And let's go ahead and paint that, not paint it in, we're going to blend it in. And guys, I didn't even show you. I'm going to be scrapping this picture of Earl. Earl is my husband's cat, and he looks rather spooky out in the fall doing the whole thing. And I thought that would be really fun with So Wicked. Yes, I did. I thought that would be fun. All right, so I've got my cardstock cut. I have got my appropriated from the Outdoor Adventure Page Kit. The piece of paper, so far only one. Cardstock cut. Oh, and then the black cardstock that I am using is also from this fab cardstock cut. Now guys, I love a white cardstock cut. I super do. But the stickers that I'm using here from Simple Stories have a bit of that vanilla vibe. And so then this pattern paper ended up just being the bee's knees for that. So what I want to do is come in around these pumpkins and give them like varying degrees of the Distress Oxide. So I'm going to start by pressing really lightly because, you know, a ton of the ink is on there. And then I can press harder and harder as I'm trying to get my cardstock cut all colored in. But how pretty, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, so check-in time, guys. I ended up darkening the bottoms of my pumpkins, and I love that with just one Distress Oxide, we're getting kind of a twofer. I'm going to keep this piece of packaging for now in the event that I want to use it for splatty bits because, hey, I have them. But now this cut file is kind of this cohesive, making sense for this color of paper vibe, right? I think I'm gonna have to go ahead also and gut out some of this black cardstock because I need to map my photo of Kitty. And let's see. Let's go ahead also. I've got to trim my photos of Kitty. I need to mat this little fella. And let me trim. And then there's a tiny bit of a white piece on it. So I can have Kitty coming out like, do I want Kitty underneath? Ooh, I might do Kitty underneath. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of like him slinking. And do you see his little arm slinking along? So cute. Okay, the next thing I have that I got to play with, I'm super jazzed about it. It is this Nouveau Crackle Mousse, and it adds a metallic dimensional detail to your craft project. Well, we have a craft project, so why shouldn't we use it, right? So I'm going to look in my kits that I got this month. And I think from the What a Man kit, I'm going to borrow temporarily this really cute stencil. It is a Spellbinders stencil called Picnic Checkerboard. So I've got this goodness at the ready. And I'm gonna get my stencil opened. And I wanna just put it in a few places underneath the pumpkins. Not under all of them. I don't really even know where this is going yet. I just like the idea of playing with my mixed media goodies. I also have this gorgeous glitter paste that we should do something underneath them too. We're gonna have fun. I don't know. It's all gonna happen. Okay, let me get some of my paste, and you can get some nice dimension with this. I will go ahead before we get much further, well, I mean after my Nouveau dries, and I'm going to be popping my stencil up on some dimensional adhesive. So we know pumpkins are about right there. So I'm going to do, and I'm not going to do them, by the way, as a really nice squared off square because I already have this grid that is in my background. I'm going to be a little messy about it because yeah, that's kind of my thing. Okay, let's get that pulled up. And when it dries, we're gonna get some crackle. Okay, so I'm gonna put that here and there underneath. Oh, do you guys see how the black looks so cool underneath it right now? All right, totally awesome. So I'm gonna put that in a bunch of places underneath my stencil, and I will show you what it looks like in a moment. So I have my crackle paste. It's starting to dry. It's starting to kind of do this, like, it's so cool, guys. Starting to get like these little warpy lines in it, which I dig. So here is the Distress Oxide that I was talking about that I was gonna save so I can do some splatty bits. Just gonna give it a little bit of water. Let me see if I can find my super cheap paintbrush I like to use for this. I love using these like 10 for $1 paintbrushes for splatty bits because quite frankly, it really works. So I'm just grabbing some of that ink that I'd be throwing away anyway, and I'm going to be doing splatty bits kind of along where that pumpkin wreath would be sitting. Of course, stuff's gonna splat here, there, and everywhere. I'm not that worried about it, but I thought we would go underneath it just a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing with my Nouveau glitter drops. I'm gonna turn them into splatty bits and go ahead and splat them around in the circle, and I will show you what that looks like. Basically, you do a blob right on your surface, add water, and splat away, but you get a little bit of dimension with the Nouveau. That's super fun. All right, this is nothing that exciting, but I just added a bunch of water to a blob of my Nouveau, making it liquidy enough so I can splat it on there, and then I'm gonna let the whole thing dry. But I just thought, hey, people might have a question, so why not? So I'm probably gonna get some much bigger blobby bits. Not gonna be super obvious, right? It's almost a tone on tone, but we're gonna see some good sparkly, kind almost looking like enamel dots, but they're gonna be wonky. Up and around and under and all that kind of stuff, my wreath. So how fun is that? And guys, especially for Halloween, you can just go off and be so messy. So check-in time My mixed media is drying. The really big bubble bits still have some time to dry, not a big deal. But I did go ahead and attach it to my black cardstock. So I do have my mixed media drying on here, not fully dry, but we are getting some traction. You can see some of that gorgeous gold glitter on there, and my little squares are getting this little crackly, kind of wrinkly vibe that I am loving. Let me show you what I did with my cut file in the meantime. I turned 3 of my little pumpkins into cute little shakers, and I have some dimensional adhesive on the back, so I'm going to very carefully go ahead and put that on top of my background. So I'm going ahead and placing my cut file on top of the mixed media, and I am rather digging the vibe that we have here. See how it looks like, oh my gosh, that's so dark and black. But when you go ahead and get your file on there, it ends up making lots and lots of sense. So let's just go ahead and press it down. Even if I stick it into a globby bit right now, it really won't matter because I've got that dimensional mixed media on there. So let me show you how all of that is looking from the side. How fun is that? And you can see all the little splatty bits that I have, but it gets a lot more subtle once you get your cut file on top. Now I did go ahead and double matte my photo just with a really thin matte, and I went and put some dimensional adhesive on the back of that. I was just trying to decide exactly where I want Earl to rest. I'm thinking right about there. Okay, so I'm going to get, where did I just put? I'm telling you people, sometimes I think somebody takes off with my adhesive. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tuck this into the corner, and then we get to do the fun decorative bits. I mean, not that the whole thing wasn't fun. I've had fun doing all kinds of mixed media so far. I want to tuck this under just a little bit. We've got really nice little grid marks on this background paper, so it's super easy to decide where to go. So look at my cute little shakers, guys. Did you guys see these sequins in the a la carte section? There's little spider webs and little bats in them. So absolutely perfect for this project. Okay, now my title from this Simple Stories line. I like this So Wicked. I think it is hilarious. Now I'm thinking, I don't have anything super important right here. It's just all the leaves and stuff. So I'm thinking we can do something kind of like that. And then kind of, now I like how high this one is up. So I'm going to go ahead and get some dimensional adhesive again and pop that up. Sorry about my big old arm across everything, but I want it popped up roughly the same kind of height. Needs to come up one more time. So yeah, at this point, this layout is just about done, except for putting on cute decorative bits, which, you know, is always super fun. So that is beyond cute. So Wicked is our cute little title. And now I want to decorate from these stickers. I have these stickers. I have got this sticker sheet. This is the Cartabella Halloween Market sticker sheet. And I've got this set of sequins and these finishing touches. So I have lots of goodies I can still play with. Now there's a couple of things I wanted to make sure to get on here. I've got a black cat, because, you know, the whole cat thing. And then on this sticker sheet, we've got 2 black cats with little collars on them. So I was thinking that these things are kind of hilarious. So I like the idea that it's kind of on the pumpkin and kind of on the post right here. And then I've got this little fella that I can pop up on a little foam square. Let's see, I want it partially touching here, so the foam square has to go on this side. I mix that stuff up so often. So I can put that right there. And guys, my mixed media is still wet. I just can't wait. That's how I am. I get rather excited. So we have the kitty thing driven home, right? So I'm going to spend a minute. I'm going to see what I have to put on here, and I'll be back with probably when we're going to do a few finishing touches. All right, I know I said I was going to come back when we're doing sequins and all that kind of stuff. Well, we have sequins, but I just went ahead and looked in my little bits, and I found different pumpkin stickers. So I have this, and these two here. So I have the pumpkins and then the cats, and I think that's where I kind of want my icons to stay. Now, I am loving these little foam hearts that are on this simple story sheet. They have all of these little spider web things. So I thought I would see about tucking them in little areas. Is there another one? Yep, here's a gray one. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you how cute and incredible these little bits are. Now, I just got a new tanto for my sequins and all of that. I thought that would be useful. I actually think I'm going to use these finishing touches because I love the dimension, but wanted to make sure I had that out. Oh guys, look at this cute little heart. That is so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. So now we have a little bit of a design working, like this bit here. So we can pop those two pieces on. Oh, and we have one more little dimensional bit there. Okay, I really, really like that. Now what I want to do is put a little bit of dimensional adhesive under this spot right here because it's flattening down, and I can do it way easier now because I'm not just dealing with the little lines. I can hide it under the pumpkin. There we go, because I was losing that shadow. So fun. Oh, found another heart. Guys, I'm all about these little heart bits. So I think I'm going to pop that one right there. Are there any more? I don't think so. Okay, I'm going to get some finishing touches on here and I'll show you the finished layout. And this is this layout done. I have some finishing touches, some little sequins bits in. This has a little bit more in my little clusters, and that will be my fun little Wicked Halloween layout. All right, guys, I will have links down below for the Not Just for Boys Kit Club website, for the blog, and for the Facebook group. Bye for now, y'all.